Hello. This video is all about answering all your queries regarding the Shomu's Biology online coaching program. We've been receiving all these queries for a long time, so I take a time off and try to answer all your questions, the frequently asked questions regarding our online coaching program. So let's start with the question number 1. That is, why do we teach only 2 days a week, and is it sufficient, the teaching of 2 days a week, for you to qualify CSIR NET exam? Now the answer to that is not that simple, because if you ask me anything regarding sufficiency of any preparation, there is no simple answer, because the amount of material that we provide and the amount of coaching that we will provide, the guidance that we'll provide, will suffice to some people, may not suffice to the other people. It is entirely dependent on how you have already prepared and how you have already understood your topics in your graduations and masters. So keep this in your mind. The thing is, we took only class 2 days a week, and we also take some extra bonus classes. Set it apart. 2 days a week class. Now the thing is, 4 hours a week, as you can see, as per the CSIR NET syllabus, it seems to you it's not that, enough to qualify and cover. But the thing is, we designed this course based on some advanced course designing method which is used by the greatest universities like UC Berkeley or MIT OpenCourseWare. If you see their courses are short like this. They have quality education provided in the short span of time, which is entirely dedicated to the exam and the practice of that exam itself. So in this 2 days a week class, we are going to talk about the most important topics for CSIR UGC NET exam. So we are not going to start from A, B, C, Ds of every single chapter. For example, if I take the unit 3, that is molecular biology, this chapter involves with the central dogma of biology, that means DNA replication, transcription, translation, RNA modification, RNA editing, RNAi, and CRISPR-Cas9, all these things. Now if you look at the previous few years question paper, you are going to see that the questions are mostly asked from few portions repeatedly, particularly the RNA biology, the RNA editing, the eukaryotic RNA modification, RNAi, CRISPR-Cas9, genome editing. So we focus on those topics while preparing this chapter. We are not going to take 4, 5, 6, 8 classes to only teach you DNA replication, because we'll assume that you have already prepared that in your graduation and master, because you are a student of life sciences. From any field it's possible: zoology, botany, microbiology, biochemistry, molecular biology, biotechnology, doesn't matter. You have already learned about the process of DNA replication, how DNA looks like, what are the steps of replication. So it is total waste of time even talking about the same thing again and again. Remember, this course is designed for the CSIR NET exam, for you to launch yourself to be qualifying for CSIR NET exam. So this is a bridge course between your graduation and post-graduation course and the CSIR NET exam paper. So that gap needs to be filled. That's what we designed this course for. And one more thing, if we take classes every single day, in many places they take classes every single day, 4 to 5 hours a day. We are not following that rule. We are not following that particular strategy. Our strategy is to prepare for the exam, because we assume that you prepared those things in your graduation and masters. But if you prepare every single day for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in the coaching, then when you will get time to prepare on your own? And at this level of your understanding, you're all adults, and at this level of understanding, it's very important for all of you to read yourself, to invest your knowledge, to get and to make your personal notes, take personal notes, apply your routine to get it qualified. It's not a fixed formula. Whatever things we will share is for a general audience. It may not fit for you. So if you need some extra guidance, we'll provide you that. So this is our idea. This 4 hours will be quality time, and you are going to see is in this 4 hour a week we are going to talk about so much important topics, and you are going to see question from those topics only in your CSIR NET exam. One more thing is that we do not teach and do not follow much about those topics which are less economic, that means investing more time and gain less number of questions. Instead, we invest our time in understanding the topics from where most of the questions are asked, and we can cover them in less amount of time. This is the unique pattern of habit that we should build and that we actually build while go through this particular course. That's why 2 days a week class will be sufficient based on the amount of lecture that we provide, the quality of lecture that we provide. And I can guarantee you that 2 hours or that 4 hours a week can be stretched to 8-10 hours a week of class if I explain very slowly and the same topics and the same things. But we do not do that because time is important factor. We want all of you to study, so you get the time to study. Whatever topic we discuss in the class in a week, you should get all the rest of the 4 days in a week to study that, to understand that from all the materials that we provide, whether it's a video material, whether it's a soft copy ebook material, whether it's our hard copy note materials. That will help you to provide and get a better knowledge of the subject. The second question is, why don't we start everything from the beginning? This is another thing. As I told you, we teach 4 hours a week, okay, 2 classes in a week. So in this short time span, we only focus on topics which are advanced, which are most important for CSI NET exam. So we will definitely not start from the beginning. Why do we start from the beginning? Think about that in your mind. You have invested 5 years of your life, 3 years in graduation, 2 years in masters. So haven't you done anything in these 5 years, right? Now the day passing by, many students are asking, why sir, why aren't you starting from the beginning? That means it's giving me a real thought that they are not studying anything in their graduation and masters. They are simply reading some stuff, some notes from their teachers, because most of the colleges are running autonomous, so they know what kind of question will come. They just read that and write that. That's how they pass with good CGPA. But actually that is nothing. That is nothing in comparison to the concept that you need to qualify CSI NET exam. So we do not believe in this stuff. We believe in the stuff that we should read the advanced topic which is needed for the CSI NET qualification, not from the ABCDs. If we are going to talk from the ABCDs, then a human physiology, which is just a unit in the CSI NET exam syllabus, can take 6 months to cover. And by that fashion, if you want to cover all the 13 units, it will take 3 to 4 years of time to complete all of that from A to Z, which is not possible. So it's scientifically impossible. Okay, so keep this in your mind. Follow every single instructions that we share. That will be beneficial for you. So now the third question comes in. If we do not help from the ABCDs or from the beginning of every single topic, then for those people who did not build a good concept of the basics, what will they do? We do have a plan for them. We do not teach in the class, but what we have is the biggest reservoir of biological science lectures in this whole world. Yes, you heard it right. I built 2,300 and above 2,300 video lectures in YouTube. What we do here is that we arrange them and make a playlist according to their segmented portions, and we provide this playlist to all of you who will join to us, so that you can prepare your basics from those playlists first, then attend our live class session. Because once you get to know about the basics from those lectures and then attending the live class, then it will be better for you to understand the live class in a much better way. Okay, so that is our idea behind it. Now the question number 4 is, many people see our hard copy material and they tell that this hard copy books, why not they are elaborated and in details? Again, the same question that I'll be answering is that the hard copy materials that we'll provide, which is Blueprint of Life Science books, we will not call it as book, we'll call it as notes. Okay, they are not books, they are only hand notes. There's a difference between a book and a hand note. Books are peer reviewed. For example, Leninger. On the other hand, Lodish is a cell biology book, Bruce Alberts is a cell biology book, Molecular Biology of the Gene, Watson is a book. These are books which are big, which has plenty of information, and these books are necessary, and you need to read these books if you are not at all understanding a concept from a topic. So you must understand from the book, you must read from the books. But if you don't have enough time, then you can skip those books and can directly follow our YouTube playlist video that we will supply, that we will provide to you. So either books, the peer reviewed books, or the basic videos, both will work together. While the hard copy book that we provide is not going to help you in your basics, instead these books will help you for brushing up your knowledge just before 1 or 2 months of the exam. So I always recommend you to read our Blueprint of Right Science hand books just before the exam, 1 or 1.5 months, 2 months before the exam. While you prepare from these books 1.5 months before the exam, it will print many little small information in your brain which will help you to answer most of the part B questions. In our classes, the live recordings and the recorded versions, you are going to clear part C topics very well, and with the help of the blueprint book we are going to clear your part B very well. So in this fashion your part C will be strong enough, your part B will be strong enough, both part C and B will be strong enough. On the other hand, in the live classes we'll be also covering part A, general arithmetic aptitude reasoning, which will be good enough with this preparation. So I believe I answered most of your queries with this video. Remember, our strategy is different. If you follow some of the best colleges and institutes outside, you will see their lectures always are in to the point and restricted to the particular focus of study, which covers almost 50 to 60 hours, while we are providing almost 80 hours of lectures. That 80 hours we are also increasing that lecture timing to 100 hours in future times. So that will be enough combined with our YouTube playlist, with the master ebooks that we provide, and complemented by the blueprint handbooks for your part B preparation. Altogether, if you max all this together, that will give you a perfect sufficiency for qualifying CS and NET exam. So none of the single component are enough, but if you combine them together, it will really be effective for you to qualify this exam. Okay.